Hi guys, this is Stephanie with Overlay Magic, and today I'm going to show you three different techniques that we're going to use to achieve this watercolor look. If you don't already have it, I have a kit that has all of these overlays and brushes and clipping masks in it, and so there will be a link in the description below where you can go grab it if you're interested. Anyway, so this is the image that we're starting with. The first thing we're going to use is a watercolor overlay. So for the overlay, it is a white image, and it's going to have a hole in the middle of it with the watercolor pattern on it. The clipping mask is the reverse of that. So instead of there being a hole in the middle, there's your black mask in the middle, and then the rest of the image is transparent. And then the brush, you should be familiar with using brushes. So for the overlay, we're going to start with that. I'm going to go ahead, and this one's watercolor overlay number 31. And I'm going to duplicate this and drag it into my image. And for the image, I'm going to grab that one and resize it. Just make sure your overlay is on top of your image. It won't work if it's underneath. I don't know, maybe right there looks good. Click OK. And then I'm just going to grab a brush. I'm going to set it to like a nice soft round general brush. Let's make it a lot smaller. Alright, now if you hold on Alt, you can select any color that's in your image. So I'm going to grab one of these pinks from the background and then just paint all the way around any of these water spots that I missed. And that's it. There's all there is to it for the overlay. You just drag it over your image, resize your image, and yeah, that's it. So for technique number 2, we're going to use a clipping mask. So let me go ahead and start back here. So our clipping mask, I'm going to use clipping mask number 3 this time. I'll right click, duplicate this, and drag it into my image layer. And I'm going to want this under the image instead of over it. And one more thing, I'm going to add a new layer. I'm going to drag it to the very bottom. I get my paint bucket and fill it with white. And you can't see it because it's hidden right now, but there you go. We've got a nice bright white layer on the very bottom. So all you do here is you come up to your image and right click on that and select Create Clipping Mask from the menu. And just like before, I'm going to resize this image so that it fits right inside that heart. Maybe a little bit bigger. There you go. I'm going to grab a brush and just select a pink again from inside and paint anywhere that the image doesn't cover. And that's how you use a clipping mask. So our third option is just a regular old brush. And that's already loaded in Photoshop for you, so you don't have to go into a folder and grab an overlay or a mask. So that might be the easiest way anyway. So if you're not familiar with using the brushes, you'll just want to double click on the file that you get, and it will automatically install into Photoshop for you. You don't have to come into Photoshop and do anything. It'll just automatically be in there for you. So once you get the brushes in, I'm going to go ahead and add a layer right on top of our image. I'm going to fill this with white as well. And then I'm going to grab a brush and I'm going to make it black. Nice black brush. And if you come over here, we're going to click on this little mask tool at the bottom, and it's going to create a mask up here. And then you can just grab any one of these watercolor brushes that you want. For this one, I'm going to use that heart that we had before, so I think that's number 3. Brush number 3. Make it nice and big. Put it right there in the middle. Now, just like before, we're going to have to resize that image, get it to fit in there just however you like it. That looks good. And then I'm going to take a brush again, nice soft round brush. I'm going to select one of these pinks that's in the background, and I'm just going to paint around the outside anywhere that we missed. You can even go down here and just create a layer underneath your image and fill it with that same color, whatever's most convenient for you. So now let's say you have this image and you want more of a watercolor look around it. To do that, what I would do is put your mask, your brush, I would put this first layer in a folder. So come down here, grab a folder or a group, and then just drag it into it, and then click on the group and create a mask. So see, we have a mask here now on our group and it's selected. So again, grab a black brush, and then you can select any one of these watercolor masks that you want to use. Things for this technique that might work really well, I would say, would be number 10, number 12, number 16, even 31. Stuff that's just kind of got a little bit of a splatter effect, maybe even number 15. So for this one, I think I'm going to pick brush number 16. We'll start with that, and then come up here to your brush settings. If you don't have this box, you can go to Window and then check brush settings, or you can click F5 to pick it up as well. And so your brush settings, we're going to go to Shape Dynamics, click that on, turn your size jitter up to 100%, angle jitter up to 100%, and then click on Transfer over here, check that, and select it, and make your opacity jitter all the way up as well. So now you can go through here and just, you'll have to play with the size of your brush. I feel like that was a little bit too big, but you can just dab this around the edges, and if you don't like how it looks, just Control Z to undo it and do it again. It's going to be random every time. It's going to change the size and the shape and the opacity of it, so it's going to give you a really, just a really random look. You can make it really big, put it on here, however you like, whatever looks good to you. Anyway, I like that. So you can just play with that and get whatever effect you like, whatever you think looks good. If you don't like it, like I said, just undo. Whoa! Until you get something that you really like. So there you have it. That's all there is to it. And one final tip I'll give you, and the reason I didn't include this in the kit is because you can get it online for free, is a textured paper. Go to Google, type in free watercolor texture paper, and then you can just select, I think I picked this one here. It's at freecreatives.com, but you can, they are all over the web. And so I think I grabbed maybe this one, or I think this is the one I'm using right now. Either one of these, they both look great. And so you go in here, here's the paper I have selected, and I'm just going to duplicate that into my image and put it all the way on the very top. Make sure your blending mode is selected on multiply, and then you'll see that there's a watercolor pattern, a textured pattern to your image, which really pulls it all together. So you can get that free online. There's tons of textures, so I just didn't include that in the kit. But if you guys want me to, let me know. I'll throw some textures in there for you if that's easier. But yeah, so that's all there is to it. I hope that was easy for you. If you have any questions or if you're having any problems with it, please, send me a message, let me know. I'm always improving our overlays, so I'm really interested to hear what your feedback is. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Y'all take care. Bye.